being an expat, kind of living abroad. Today we're going to talk about superstitions in Japan. Superstitions are really interesting the world over, and every country and every culture, I think, has superstitions. I've often wondered, where do superstitions come from? Yeah, because they're really, really fascinating. For example, don't open an umbrella in the house, and I heard an old one recently, don't sweep an unmarried woman's feet. Have you ever heard that, Dan?
No, that's a new one to me.
Huh. Okay. I have heard that, and I'm curious about the origin of superstitions. Yeah, like maybe it's teaching kids to be polite or out of safety. Yeah, these kind of superstitions arose, right? Like, of course, you shouldn't open an umbrella in the house. You might poke someone in the eye. The one about sweeping an unmarried woman's feet, that's really interesting. I'm not sure. It means she might not ever get married if you happen to sweep her feet.
All right. I always kind of guessed that perhaps superstition started out, as just some anecdotal thing. Somebody did something, and sometime soon after that, something occurred, either a good thing or a bad thing, right? So, for example, somebody for some reason put a horseshoe up, and then they started getting good luck, and so they said, that must be it, so they just said, they mentioned that to somebody else tried it and said, hey, yeah, it does work, and so it just kind of spread from there and became became a superstition or whatever. Or somebody broke a mirror, and then after that, several things went wrong and so on. So they said, that must be because I broke the mirror. And then it just became the superstition.
Sure. Right. I'm sure there's that connection.
Right.
But also, breaking a mirror can be dangerous. You could cut yourself or what have you. Right.
Right on. Yeah.
So don't bring a mirror. You're going to have 7 years bad luck. And yeah, probably it stemmed from that.
Yeah.
Right. Having some bad luck right after breaking the mirror.
Right.
And then so they associated the two. Right. And the horseshoe thing is really interesting.
Right. Yeah.
It's right. The horseshoe, this you're supposed to hang it this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you hang it this way, the luck will fall out.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what they say, right? I guess. Right.
Yeah, so, exactly.
And yeah, you're right.
Yep. But anyway, we're gonna find out about some Japanese superstitions, right? Maybe something that a lot of people are not so aware of, and a lot of them, most of them, almost all of them, that I wasn't aware of until I started living in Japan, and then even beyond that, researching some of these a little bit. So, let's see what we can find out here. Right, there's my nice curtain effect. So, 16 common Japanese superstitions. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Those are really nice. Yeah. I'm sure we have some of the similar ones on our lists.
I bet we do. We do.
Shall we go through them one by one?
Sure. All right. The first one's already up there. The number 4.
Number 4. Right.
You know about the number 4, don't you, Jeff?
The pronunciation "she" means death. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So yes. So it's bad luck.
Right. Not only is bad luck, but for example, in buildings, you often won't find a 4th floor, or you might not find an apartment numbered, for example, 104 or 204. It'll go, even if there are 4 or more apartments on the same floor, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and so on. Right.
Right. In a hospital near me, there's no 4th floor, nor is there any room named number 4.
Right.
Or any variation of room numbers with 4. It's interesting. Yeah.
That makes sense, for the Japanese, where, in a hospital, that's the last place you want to have anything associated with death, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, exactly.
But
for me, the number 4 is kind of a lucky number.
Oh, okay.
I don't mind the number 4, right? Personally, before coming to Japan.
Right, exactly.
And if I were to tell people that, they'd be like, "Oh my God!" Right.
Yeah. So were you 42 when did you turn 42 when you were in Japan?
I did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that was a big one, right?
Takudoshi, is it?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So, shini, right? 4-2 shini, so you're going to die type of, so if you make it past 42, you're golden, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But I made it. The number 4, I mean, even things like buying dishes, you never buy a set of 4 dishes, 4 cups or 4 glasses or 4 plates. It's always 5s is a common set that you buy here.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And a lot of families don't like to have 4 children just in case.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
Although my wife's family has 4 children.
Oh,
my wife's one of 4 children. Yeah. So that's interesting, right?
Yeah, it is.
Now we're talking about numbers. I just want to mention a good luck number, consequently, right? Which is 8.
Mm-hmm.
The kanji for 8 is like this, right? It's like they call it sui hirugari, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the extending luck, right? Outwardly, right?
Right.
And going on forever. Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is very, very interesting. Yeah. Yeah. So that one, I think it's more the shape of the kanji than it is the pronunciation. With the number 4, it's simply because the pronunciation sounds like the word for death, but the good luck associated with 8 has more to do with the shape of the kanji character. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know what the historical, maybe the older number 8 in kanji was even more so, more related to good luck or something. I'm not sure about that. Yeah. Okay.
How about 9?
9?
Because 9 is Q, right?
Right.
Meaning pain. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But 4 is the common one. Yes.
Right. Right. Yeah. And 13 doesn't mean anything to the Japanese. 13 is just another number, right? Yeah. So, yeah, basically, yeah, 4 is the big one for that reason. But and 8 for good luck. But yeah, 4 is quite strong. The feelings about 4. 8 is mentioned sometimes, but it's not like everyone necessarily wants 8 so much, but they definitely tend to avoid 4.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Indeed.
All right. Shall we see what's next on our list?
Yeah. Sure. Let's do that.
Scissors. What do you know about scissors?
Scissors. Interesting. Oh, gosh. I don't know if I know scissors, actually. Let me think about that. Scissors. Oh, what was that? There is something about scissors. It's escaping me now. Putting a pair of scissors under your pillow is said to be effective to ward off evil spirits and bad dreams. I see.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. I think I have heard that. Yes, ages ago though.
Yeah. That's one that is not as common. I mean, 4 is one that everybody knows. Scissors, I think, has kind of fallen by the wayside. I'm sure that the elderly people might be familiar with that. Your mother-in-law and so on, but I think most of the young people, that's not a commonly held superstition today in Japan.
Yeah, I'm not that familiar with that. Maybe I've heard it once, How about, and you'll probably get to this later, I'm more familiar with things like don't cut your fingernails at night, or...
Right.
Do you have that on there?
Yeah. Right. I think so. I can't remember the order that I put them in here, but yeah. What about a comb? Comb.
No, I don't know comb. No. Not familiar with comb at all.
It's kind of like a mirror in America. Breaking a comb is bad luck.
Oh, really? I've never heard that. Wow. Okay.
Really? Yeah. It makes sense. The explanation.
Well, I might be bald eventually if I break one.
No, it's not that specific. It's just kind of like the mirror. It's generally bad luck, and they say it probably came about because combs were historically very expensive. Difficult to make, expensive to make. And so breaking one was financially quite a loss and so on. So it became just a bad luck thing to happen, right? So a superstition related to breaking a comb. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, I don't really use combs anymore.
I'm
afraid I'll pull out the rest of my hair.
At least you've got a little left to pull out there. Mine's.
I do.
Yeah. You still got it there.
Yep. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to remember that one. Comb.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
What about tatami? You have tatami in your home?
Tatami. Just in the cottage. But not in my everyday house. No.
Really? All hardwood flooring?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All hardwood flooring. Yes. Indeed.
Yeah.
And all beds.
Yeah. When I was, I've always had, as long as I've lived in Japan, I've always had at least one room where I lived that was tatami. I guess generally the bedroom was tatami. Always been tatami, but I wasn't. I was told this. I remember. I was told this. When I first came to Japan, but I had forgotten about it until I dug it out in these superstitions. Stepping on the end of the tatami can bring bad luck to the family.
Amazing. I've never heard that one either. No, never heard that one. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, so
I guess because the family emblem, as you say,
right?
Edge of the tatami. Yeah.
Right. Those borders around, so the end, or actually the whole edge. So anywhere that tatami is, that border, that covers the edge of the tatami, wherever that is, you're not supposed to step on that. Yeah. Again, wow, I was told that some older Japanese when I first got here, so 30 years ago, totally had forgotten about it because it just wasn't a thing, right? I think I was told once, but I recalled that when I found this a little bit. Yeah. Oh,
so are you still careful?
Heck no.
Are you careful not to step on the edge of the tatami? No, right? Okay.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just Sorry.
How about sleeping with your head? Yeah.
Sleeping with my head to the north?
To the north. You probably have that later in your video. I do know that one, right? Sleeping with your head to the north. You're not supposed to do that. Because apparently that's how they bury dead people, right?
Right. There we go. That's the next one. Right. Sleep while facing north.
Oh, okay, right.
Considered bad luck. It brings death.
Brings death. That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's the way they place the dead bodies. Yep. So that's one. Yeah,
Why is it facing north in funerals, right? In funerals.
Yep. You predicted the future there. You knew exactly what was coming on the next slide.
I did. Will I die? Hopefully not.
Yeah.
But I think back to the head one for a second. I think I pretty much follow that one, but not after thinking about it. I think it just happens that I don't sleep with my head to the north. Yeah.
It tends to happen naturally because when the Japanese build the homes, they tend to arrange the way that the house is set so that it's unlikely that that you would face that you would sleep with your head to the north in a Japanese home. That's generally they have that in consideration when they actually build the homes, be that apartments or single dwelling homes and so on. Cool.
Yeah.
What about tea?
Tea. Oh, the tea leaves. Yeah, it can tell your future. Is that? It's one tea leaf is straight up, then there's a sign of good luck, but it's rare that this happens. All right. Chabashira. My gosh, I haven't heard that in ages.
Right. Yeah.
I have heard that though. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of these, as I was going through, a lot of these are like some of these Japanese that were gonna, educate me about Japan, tell me this once, but I heard it once and totally forgot about it. So I think, like I said, even when I first heard about it years ago, it was mostly from older Japanese. I have a feeling that young people don't really keep up. Even the young Japanese don't keep up on some of these, a lot of these superstitions. So
I guess they don't, do they? Yeah. So therefore it's easy to, or it's nice to teach in class, right?
Right. It is. It is.
New that they may have
the Japanese some of their own culture there.
Right. Exactly. So you've been in Japan a lot longer than I have. So yeah, there you go. You remember these things.
Yeah, I remember. I mean,
very interesting.
If you ask me, I couldn't come up with them, but once they come out, I said, "Oh yeah, I remember somebody telling me that." That's about as good as I can. What about thunder?
Kaminari thunder? No, thunder. I don't know if I know that one either.
Really? Now this one I was told several times. And this actually came up when my daughter was young. The grandmother told my daughter this thing. As a superstition, nobody really believes it, but you don't know this? Interesting.
Wait. Thunder. No.
And the god
of thunder, god of wind. Okay, I see. Right.
Yeah. Whenever it rains or thunders, parents tell their children to hide their belly buttons. Cover their stomachs with their hands. You've never seen kids do that when it thunders.
Parents will be able to. I see. So the gods of thunder and wind. We'll take it away. Huh. Okay. I haven't heard that one. No.
Really? Okay. See that? Yeah. Okay. This is one that I was familiar with.
No. I was not familiar with that one. Right. So you told your daughter that one is a superstition?
Not the grandmother, my wife's mother, told her, kaminari, when it thunders, cover your belly button.
Hide your belly button. Yeah, that does sound familiar, actually.
Okay. Yeah. I thought, that one, like I said, that one was known to me. I thought that you'd probably heard it, maybe forgot about it, but had heard it sometime.
Yeah. I forgot about that one. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Cover your belly button. That's right. That does ring a bell. Indeed. Yeah. Interesting.
Okay.
Now here's how that one arose.
They were talking about that. Did you see that? They said,
a little bit about the god of wind and the god of thunder.
So yeah.
I can't see the bottom of your slide.
Oh,
the very bottom is cut off. Yeah.
Let's see.
No. That's okay.
Let's see if we do this, maybe it's better.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So,
okay.
We still cover up a couple of letters, but that's all right. Yeah. So yeah. Put your hands on your stomachs and curl up and protect your belly button. Keep yourself warm.
All right.
There
you go. Okay, good. Now, next one is the cutting nails at night. Right.
Yeah.
So if you cut your nails at night, you won't be able to see your parents' death, or you won't be able to be with them on their deathbed. Is that right?
Really? Is that what it was? I couldn't remember. All I knew was that it was a thing to be avoided. I couldn't remember what the connotations associated with it were, but I knew that it was another bad luck type of thing. So that's what it is. Okay. Never cut your fingernails at midnight in Japan, because you'd be setting a death curse on your parents by doing so. You'd be causing your parents.
Death curse. Wow. Okay. Right. I heard you just wouldn't be able to see your parents die, right?
Yozume, night nails, is the same as Yozume.
I see that. Cutting one's nails at night can cause someone to get hurt, right? Without proper treatment, it could lead to death if it became infected. So there you go. That's reasoning, like we were talking about earlier, right? Like where did some of these superstitions arise from? Opening an umbrella in the house or what have you. Right. Night nails. That's a really good explanation, I think, for that.
Yeah, it is. And it just so happens that, like it said, cool. That's another, the four and death, similarity, Yozume and Yozume, night nails and to pass away. both sound the same. So yeah, Japanese has a lot of those similar sounding words with different meanings. So yeah, comes up a lot.
Yeah, they definitely do. They do.
Whistling.
Yeah. If you whistle, a snake will come.
Right. I think that's it. Yeah. Whistling at night. Right. Yeah.
Track? Whistling at night. Right.
Yeah. Generally, Japanese tend not to whistle at all. I mean, you rarely hear Japanese whistling.
I very rarely heard Japanese whistling. Yes.
Right. It's just not a. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, they might sing karaoke, that, but yeah, whistling is just not something that I can't recall really hearing Japanese whistle at all. Even to call someone or whatever, to get someone's attention, whistling is not generally used. I don't know if it's. Have you heard anyone in Japan whistle, for example, to try and call someone's attention, attract someone's attention by whistling?
A couple times, yes, I have. Younger people only, though.
Okay, yeah. Just
like in bars and restaurants, some know how to do the fingers in your mouth, and whistle loudly. Yes, some do.
Just
not often. Not often.
Yeah, not nearly as common as you'd find in America. That's for sure. Yeah. Writing someone's name in red.
Wow, this one I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Maybe it means death or a death curse. Disrespectful and considered unlucky. Oh, really? The reason is that writing someone's name in red implies that the person is deceased. Wow. Okay. No, I didn't know that one.
Yeah. Again, this is another one that I'd heard because, as a teacher, we use red pens, red pencils a lot, and I was cautioned not to write my students' names in red because that would have a bad connotation,
Wow. Okay. Gotcha.
Again, that was years and years ago, and I still tend not to I still remember not to do that. I remembered that it was bad, but I'd actually forgotten that it meant that they, were dead. But like I said, I remembered being cautioned not to write my students' names in red. So yeah, interesting.
That's fascinating. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's why sometimes in my classes I allow students to write on the whiteboard with red ink. But some students, they don't like to do that. I wonder if that's why.
Could be, especially not someone's name, I guess. Yeah. So, what about chopsticks?
Right,
you know all about chopsticks.
Chopsticks. Yeah. You're not supposed to stick your chopsticks in your rice.
That's right. And do you know why that is?
Symbolizes it's also originated with death, right? You pick up bones using chopsticks. Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, the bones thing.
No, they place it in the rice when that's different, right? They place it in the rice when someone dies. Is that right?
Right. Yeah, that's like an offering to the dead type of thing, So with the chopsticks sticking up in the rice, and then like you give that rice to the dead. So, yeah, it's not a thing to do with the meal. Exactly. Yeah. Hiccups.
There you go. Hiccups. Oh, if you hiccup, someone is talking about you.
If you hiccup someone,
there's something like that. I forget.
I thought that was if your ears get warm or something. I thought that if your ears are warm, then
if your ears
or your nose itches or something like that.
Itch.
Yeah, your ears itch, or your nose itches, and someone's talking about. Hiccups is they think that if you hiccup 100 times that you'll die, which of course is ridiculous. But yeah, there's that old superstition. So people don't like hiccups in Japan, I guess. Yeah.
I guess not. Okay. Yeah, it's certainly not true. We've all hiccuped up.
Oh, we were talking about ears.
Okay, lucky ears.
Yeah. What do you know about lucky ears?
If you rub your earlobe, it's good luck.
Earlobes is there, but I think this is talking about, what about people with big earlobes, long, or thick.
Oh, that's right. They're supposed to be lucky, right?
Lucky and wealthy,
or is
right?
It unlucky.
They're supposed to be wealthy.
Okay.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
maybe I've heard that one.
Yeah. So you see a lot of these stars and so people with the really fat, unnaturally large earlobes and so on, right? Supposedly depicting wealthy people and so on, right? So yeah, so if you got big ears, big earlobes, you'll become very rich, right? So there you go.
Mine are very small.
Oh yeah, mine are pretty small too. There, yeah. Well, never gonna make it. What about teeth? Anything about teeth you remember?
About wisdom teeth? Teeth?
No. It's about what you do with the kids'
I don't know.
teeth.
Oh, that's right. Okay, you throw it right under the house, is it? Oh, okay. Tossed up to the roof so the new teeth will grow healthy and strong. Right.
Yeah,
I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that I didn't understand that at all. So the top teeth you throw out the window, and the bottom teeth you throw up on the roof. Okay.
On the roof. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Opposite ways, I guess. Right. The trajectory kind of guides the growth, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Got just a couple more here.
Yeah. Interesting. It's hard because you just ask the one word, right?
Right.
Just putting out teeth and and spider and it's hard because these are some of them are quite popular and I haven't heard them in ages. Yeah, like spider. What is it? Spider.
Killing a spider.
Killing a spider. Okay. All right. Killing a spider is bad luck.
Right. And I think it's you're supposed to
it's friendly in the morning or something. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
It's a sign of good fortune. You should never kill it. On the contrary, if you find it at night, you must get rid of it because they're just spiders. Okay. Not just spiders, but workers of the demons. Yeah, right. I see.
But I was told even at night you don't kill them. But you make sure that you get them out of the house, right? You corral them or shoo them out of the house, right? But sign of
don't kill them. Yeah,
they're a sign of good fortune. If you find them in the morning. So yeah, be nice to your spiders.
That's right. I try to never kill spiders anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Because they eat a lot of little bacteria.
Yep. Lots of
I don't like.
Yep. They're good.
First dream of the new year. Yeah.
Now this one is
a
little more well known, but I wouldn't say well known.
Yeah.
A lot of people know this. Things that appear. There are so. Second eagle, third eggplant. You've never heard this?
Right. That's right. I have heard that. Yes. Okay. Right. Yeah. Interesting. Right. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have
that kind of dream about those.
Right. Yeah. If you have that kind of a dream, you're gonna have a great year, right? So see Mount Fuji, then an eagle, then an eggplant. But I mean, what kind of a dream? I mean, I can't imagine, a dream where I see Mount Fuji and then an eagle and then an eggplant somewhere in that.
It would be, I mean, it would be totally just good luck and random chance, right, to be able to dream about those three things in order, right?
I mean, I don't recall ever having a dream about an eggplant at all,
That's true. Right.
I mean,
I don't know if
mountains, eagles, I can see that, but an eggplant, it just doesn't seem likely to happen to me. So I don't know.
Yeah, no. Unless it's something you want to eat, right? If you want eggplant parmesan or something. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Good one. Very good. Yes.
Yeah. So that was
your camera
got
blurry for a second. Yeah. I wonder why.
It's
those are interesting, Dan. Yeah. Very interesting superstitions, right? Yeah. How about I'm looking on the internet now for a couple, right?
Okay.
There's a hearse. Hide your thumbs. Have you ever heard that?
Yep.
Yeah. The superstition has to do with the Japanese name for thumb, oyayubi, literally parent finger. Thus, by hiding your thumbs in your palm when you see a hearse, a very prominent symbol of death, you protect your parents from an untimely passing.
Right. You just cover your thumb up, right?
Indeed. That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, don't cut your nails at night. Lying down after a meal. How about that one? Have you heard that?
Oh, yeah, you turn into a cow or something like that. Yeah.
Right. You turn into a cow. Well, the superstition is obviously not true. It's still a phrase jokingly spoken to children after a meal to children, right? It's believed that the phrase mainly exists to discourage laziness from a young age. Well, there you go, right?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of, I can see that one. I mean, one, it's not good for your digestion to lie down too soon after a meal. And, it is common, especially if you eat a large meal, that people tend to get sleepy after that. So there is kind of the desire to lay down, but it's not a good idea. So you add that superstition to prevent that happening, right?
Yeah. Indeed. Yeah. And it makes sense, sure. I mean, after any meal, if you lie down, you'll become fatter, right? I think you don't digest well. Right. A crow's cry. How about this one? Have you heard that? A crow's cry, death, illness, earthquakes.
Really? No, I wasn't familiar with that one. Huh.
Hearing a crow's cawing, can mean multiple bad things for someone dying right now to illness and accidents and even a large earthquake occurring soon. Wow. Hadn't heard that one much.
Yeah, me either. Hadn't heard that.
Me too. Yeah.
This has nothing to do with superstition. Go ahead.
Pardon?
This has nothing to do with superstition.
Say nothing to do.
But I was just noticing the books behind you, your bookshelves and my bookshelves are almost in alignment. It almost looks like we're sitting side by side.
That's right. One of my friends on Facebook actually mentioned that. Are you guys in the same place? after yesterday's broadcast, yeah. And I said, no, similar but different offices. Yeah. But you're right; they're very almost in line, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man, move over. Oh, this side. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Very good. Very great. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting talk. Superstitions are all over the world, right? If anybody would like to, kind of think about it, and if you're watching from a foreign country or anywhere you are, what are some unlucky things in your country? What are some famous superstitions? Yeah, please think about it. I think it's great.
Even not just unlucky, but lucky too. Like rabbit's feet. In America.
Sure.
Yeah, rabbit. Yeah, I never understood why a rabbit's foot should be lucky. That never really made sense to me.
That's right. Why is it lucky? I guess it symbolizes you can get away from danger or hop fast. Yeah.
But obviously the rabbit, it wasn't lucky for the rabbit, so.
No, right. Yeah. True. Poor rabbit. He stole his foot to be lucky. How about spilling salt? That's an interesting one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And then you toss it over your left shoulder, I think, if you spill salt.
Over your left shoulder.
Right.
Right, exactly. Yeah. This will prevent, I guess, evil from coming to you. There are many stories of athletes who have a fondness to wear a particular pair of socks when they play or something, right? Did you ever have something like that, Dan?
No, yeah, but I've heard of that. Some famous, especially baseball seems to be very superstitious. That if and maybe even among those pitchers, if they have a good game, they pitch a good game, they win the game or do very well, then the next time they'll want to do everything exactly the same, wear the same underwear or the same socks or the same, whatever, just to make it as much as possible the same as the good game that they had. But I've never been all that superstitious, really. But I think it's very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Yeah, me neither, really. For a while, I didn't change strings on a guitar I had because it was every time I play the guitar, it was kind of a good luck thing. But a lot of people I've read do that, and that's something that I enjoy washing my socks. So no dirty socks for me.
Okay. You enjoy washing your I like so it's not that you enjoy having clean socks, you enjoy washing them. Okay, so a little bit of insight into the
washing the clean. Clean socks and washing them, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Well, great. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, Dan. Yeah.
This
shall we call it a day or?
Nice. It looks like we don't have people in the audience that are just
we don't have many people in the audience. A couple people checking us out right now.
Yeah, this is too bad. This is a broadcast that would have been very good to be interactive with, to get people around the world to talk about their particular superstitions. We may have to try this again.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, people can watch this and maybe they can write comments and so on. And if we do it again, especially with the idea of getting some comments from the audience to find out about superstitions around the world.
I think we should. I think it's a little bit late, maybe.
Right. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Like we said, we could try, Saturday morning our time, which would be Friday evening, in the States. We could try that. Or Wednesday. Oh yeah, Wednesday. I'm already doing my broadcast on Wednesday morning. So.
And Layman's Philosophies Wednesday morning.
Right. Yeah. So we've already got a pretty full Wednesday morning broadcast schedule. In fact, I've been thinking I need to make my Friendly Feud broadcast a little bit earlier because I started at 10 o'clock and at 10, as I did the last time, I ran over into our 11 o'clock time slot for Layman's Philosophy. So may start that at 9:30 from now on. Just make sure that I'm done before our little Layman's Philosophy starts there.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good. Great. Do that. Okay. I have a little time on Friday morning. I may just do something or.
Okay.
And cool. Saturday too sounds good. Weekends. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Especially,
we should do this again.
Right. Yeah. Saturday morning, because it's Friday night, or even Sunday morning, Saturday, so Saturday night American time would probably be pretty good. If you're in a location that you've got a good internet connection, we should think about that.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Right on. All right. So,
great. Thank you very much, Dan.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody watching. And let's try to do this again. I'd like to get some international students involved, like I was telling you.
Yes, absolutely. That would be great. That would be great. Let's do it. Okay. See you, Jeffrey.
Okay. Okay. Bye-bye. See you later.